Hello everyone, welcome to Rubber Industry NewsHour. This is a weekly program for rubber industry organized by Technobiz on every Monday. Sawadee krap, namaskar. Welcome you all for this special program on every Monday for the rubber industry. And we are on the episode number 20. I'm a bit surprised that we're already on the episode number 20 now. So since we started, it looks the time flies so quickly. And I welcome you all. Before if we go into the details of today's episode, I'd like to introduce to you about Technobiz. As you know, this is managed. This program, this Rubber Industry NewsHour, is managed by Technobiz. So let me give you a short overview about what is Technobiz and what kind of services we offer for the rubber industry. Please stand by. Okay. Technobiz is established in 2005, based in Thailand, and it is recognized as an international resource center for the industries and technologies. The main pillar of Technobiz is professional education. We offer training programs. That is the foundation for Technobiz. Along with that training programs, we offer various business and technical services for the various industries and the technologies. When it comes to services, all our global services, we have exhibitions, trade shows, we have training programs, I mentioned webinars, business networks, publications, networking events, talent search, knowledge test, marketing and branding, news server, buyer seller meet. So various services we offer for the benefit of the industry and technologies. When it comes to the business focus, we are not just on the rubber industry. The rubber is one of the main focus, but we also have on the plastics, polyurethane, adhesive coatings, chemical engineering technology, energy environmental, water and membranes, filtration and separation, advanced materials and technology, process industry. So these are the industry focus we offer. And again, we provide a global service. Let's go to what we offer for the rubber industries. We have trade shows. As you know, the Technobiz is based in Thailand. We are organizing a 5th edition of the GRT Rubber Expo in Thailand during 29 to 31st March. We also have an Arab Rubber Expo, the 2nd edition. It will be held in next year in Sharjah in October. The date is about to be finalized. Okay. We have lots of online training program because of COVID. We have started training programs. We have this platform called NewsHour webinars, which is basically completely online training program. For the rubber industry, we have more than 40 plus experts, well experienced and knowledgeable, providing the training programs. We have 3 types of programs. We have short training programs. We have 250 topics. We also have a master's class, which is 1 day to 10 day long. And we'll be organizing a diploma program next year, 3-month-long online program focusing on the rubber industry. So these are the 3 types of programs we have. When it comes to the diploma program, we have the rubber industry, technology and management. It's a 360-degree diploma. It means that we cover both technical aspects as well as management aspects for the rubber industry. And this is purely non-tire industry, not tire industry. Tire industry is not included in this, only the non-tire industry. We also have other programs, service like skill development assistance, hosting a brainstorming session, implementing the best practices as well. We have books. If you're interested in reading the good reference books for the rubber industry, you can check our website, store.technobiz.org. It is available. We have like 50 plus reference books, pocket books also there. And we publish a bi-monthly magazine, Rubber and Tire Digest magazine, which is jointly published by Technobiz and the Rubber World. And, you can subscribe for free. Go to the rubbertiredigest.com. Subscription is free for digital edition. Currently, we have more than 6,000 readers are there. As you know, this is a NewsHour every Monday. We started this year. And NR Dialogue, we are doing this together with Mr. John Jacob, a rubber industry analyst. It is a monthly program focusing on the natural rubber industry challenges and opportunities in various regions and various focus segments of the natural rubber industry. We're introducing the new program called Rubber Industry Connect. In this one, we introduce brand the rubber product manufacturers through the techno-based social media platform. This is a new activity of techno-based. Additionally, we offer custom marketing or social media marketing, the various ways to build a business and branding. We offer the service as well. And as you know, we have a networks, Rubber Technologies Global Network, Facebook group, and we have a LinkedIn page group as well, Rubber Industry Network. We have WhatsApp group as well. Currently, we have more than 3,000 people are being members of the WhatsApp group. So, and we have video platform and many of the programs that we organize, which are available on the free basis. You can watch them on YouTube as well at the Technobase channel. And as you know very well how to reach me. I think most of you have the contact information of me. Okay, and you can check it out, the details. I'd like to introduce to you about the the training programs that we offer for the rubber industry, particularly for the rubber industry online training. It's a quick video presentation on the online training. Have a look at it, and you can download the whole presentation in the in handout panel. Let's look at the presentation. Okay, that's about the rubber industry online training program. If you're interested in these programs, you can always contact us or check our website, knowhow-webinars.com. Okay, let's get to the today's episode number 20, Rubber Industry News Hour. Welcome you all again. And what are the highlights? Today, first, we will have the natural rubber market outlook by Mr. Jom Jacob, rubber industry analyst. Then we will be discussing about the PGDRI and the DIRI programs of Indian Rubber Institute. We have a new winners of the gold medal for the year 2022. We'll meeting them and we'll check with them on what kind of experience they have about their PGDRI and DIRI. Then we'll have a conversation with Dr. Aswati. She recently finished a PhD in rubber technology at IIT Kharagpur in India. This session is basically for the people who wants to do continue their PhD. This gives you very interesting experience and how she finished her PhD, what kind of problems, what kind of learnings she gained over the PhD time. So that's all about that session on the conversation with Dr. Aswati. So these are the three highlights of today's program. And you can always, if you miss it or if you like to watch it again, you can check out on YouTube at the Technobit channel. You can find most of the rubber industry news over recorded sessions. Okay, let's welcome Mr. Jom Jacob, rubber industry analyst. Will be giving a talk on the natural rubber market outlook. Let me brief you about Mr. Jom Jacob. He is well-recognized, well-known rubber industry analyst with extensive experience of more than 30 years in analyzing rubber market, forecasting industry trends, and formulating long-term policies and development plans for natural rubber sector. He served the Association of Natural Rubber Producing Countries, shortly called ANRPC, at Kuala Lumpur as its senior economist for 11 years. Before that, he worked for the Rubber Board of India by holding various positions for 23 years. So let's welcome Mr. Jom Jacob to give it what is the natural rubber market outlook looks like.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Natural Rubber Outlook. In fact, the title of this program was Natural Rubber Review, but we are giving more focus on the outlook because audience is interested to know what is going to happen in the coming week rather than what happened in the previous week. So we are giving more focus on the outlook rather than the review. But before going into the outlook for this week, let us have a quick review of the performance of the natural rubber market during the last week. We have only one slide here, which is showing the trends in the prices during the previous week. First of all, we will review futures markets. We have three important Asian futures market for natural rubber. One is Shanghai, the other is SICOM TSR20, and the other is Osaka RSS3. Shanghai rubber futures, the most active contracts, which is a contract expiring September, averaged during last week 0.6% higher, means less than 1% higher during last week compared to a week before. That means the market momentum was too low. But SICOM TSR20, the August contracts averaged 2.6% higher during last week compared to a week before. Coming to Osaka, RSS3 is the most active contract and expiring October, average only 0.01% higher. That means that there is not much increase or decrease in price compared to week before, means the prices almost same compared to a week before. That means in the case of physical futures market, only in the case of SICOM TSR20, we have seen a major uptrend, 2.6% higher compared to a week before. And coming to physical markets, nearly 70% of the global trade in natural rubber is in the form of TSR, technically specified rubber, and the most popular traded grade is STR20. We have two important markets for physical market for that. One is Bangkok and the other is Kuala Lumpur. STR20 Bangkok averaged 2.2% higher during last week compared to a week before. But SMR20, the equivalent grade in Kuala Lumpur, SMR20 averaged only 0.1% higher compared to a week before. That means Bangkok market exhibited higher momentum, substantially higher momentum, 2.2% higher compared to a week before. But in the case of SMR20 Kuala Lumpur, the uptrend was only lower. So this is largely because of the rains which disrupted tapping in Thailand, which is accounting 35% of the global output of natural rubber. So that was reflected in the price of STR20 in Bangkok. Coming to RSS markets, ribbed smoked sheet market, we have two important markets. One is Bangkok FOB, the other is RSS4 at Kottayam local markets. Bangkok RSS3 averaged 2.0% higher compared to a week before. As in the case of STR20, RSS3 markets was supported by the rain-induced tapping disruption. That means because of the rains, harvesting was disrupted, and that was impacted on the comfortable availability or supply in the domestic markets. In the RSS4 Kottayam markets, prices averaged last week 1.1% higher compared to a week before. In Kerala or the Kottayam market also reflect the supply disruption due to rain, because last week supply was disrupted, harvesting was disrupted due to unseasonal depression rains in the state of Kerala, which is accounting nearly 70% of India's total natural rubber output. And coming to latex markets, we have two important markets. One is Bangkok and the other is Kuala Lumpur. Bangkok market averaged 1.2% higher during last week compared to a week before. The case of Bangkok market, as in the case of STR and RSS, the market was supported by the rain-induced harvesting disruption. But in the case of latex Kuala Lumpur, prices averaged only 0.1% higher. So this is the summary of the physical market as well as futures markets. So this was what happened during last week. Now let us see what can happen in the coming week. What is expected? We will go to another slide, which is giving some of the important factors which are going to influence the markets in the coming week. So prices are determined basically by two factors. One is supply and demand fundamental. The other is market sentiment, which we broadly put as non-fundamental factors. So first we will, on the left side of this slide, we have supply and demand fundamentals. So what can happen in the supply and what can happen in the demand? Supply, the global supply of natural rubber, for the global supply of natural rubber, the period from June until coming January, it represents the period of flush season. Flush season, that means a period having high supply. So at the moment, the world natural rubber supply is in the high season, means is in the season having high supply. So supply is high. That is a plus factor for the supply, which the supply will be higher because of the seasonal factor. That is one thing. But at the same time, supply will be disrupted in a number of countries. For example, Thailand, which is representing 35% of the global supply. Supply in Thailand will be disrupted due to the rain, because now June, July is a rainy season in Thailand, and that will be disrupting supply. Supply will be there, but in some of the days, farmers will not be able to harvest the trees because of the rains. Similar is a situation in the case of India, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. In fact, Myanmar and Sri Lanka are small producing countries. India also representing only 5% of the global supply. But the situation in Thailand is different, because Thailand is representing 35% of the global supply. So the rains in Thailand, because of the rainy season, this in May, June, and July, it will be rainy season in Thailand, especially southern part of Thailand, which is representing nearly 65% of the total supply of natural rubber from Thailand. So that will be having so that means we have supply season coming in world over, but at the same time we have to take into supply disruption due to rain. So this is what is going to happen in the supply. That means Bangkok markets will get the support of the this supply disruption due to rain in Thailand. This we can expect during the coming week. And looking into demand outlook, in fact, at the moment, world economy is at the risk, because chances of there is increasing chances of another global economic recession, and the chances of global economic recession coming in is high, according to a recent statement by the International Monetary Fund. Recent statement by the International Monetary Fund, which was made at the World Economic Forum, Davos. The current crisis in the global economy is the worst since the Second World War. That means the crisis in the world economy is the worst, means global demand for natural rubber is directly linked to economic trend. So whatever happening in the economy will be impacting on the global demand prospects for natural rubber. So that means in the short term, or until the Ukraine war reaches a ceasefire and the global economy, especially supply chain and all the sectors, come to normal, the demand prospects will be kept down. So that is the story about the demand side. And also we have to consider that manufacturing activities world over are now expensive because of the various factors. One important factor is the high energy prices, and according to energy outlook coming from various reputed agencies, energy prices will remain high at least for one more year, remain high. And we are actually, energy analysts are actually expecting oil prices going further up. That means the manufacturing cost is going to be high, or manufacturing is going to be expensive because of the high energy cost. There are other factors also: supply chain disruption, high commodity prices, raw material prices. There are several other factors negatively impacting on the global manufacturing, and all this will be reflecting on the global demand for natural rubber. But only there is one positive factor in the demand side, because China's COVID curves will be easing. It is not totally lifting, but some of the restrictions will be relaxing. So that means that we are not expecting a major positive impact because of the China's COVID easing, because it's a gradual reopening of the industry from the COVID lockdown. So impact will be marginal. So putting together, supply is likely to be higher, but supply from Thailand and some of the countries will be disrupted due to the rain. And the demand outlook we have the bleak outlook, means a negative outlook for the demand sector. So supply demand fundamental, we have this in the coming week, supply demand fundamental is not favorable. Now, the other thing, apart from supply and demand, there are non-fundamental factors which are influencing the market sentiment. One major concern which we shared last week was the possible aggressive rate hike by the US Federal Reserve. But last Wednesday, the minutes of the Federal Reserve's FOMC meeting came out. Accordingly, based on the minutes, it is clear that Federal Reserve will not go for an aggressive rate hike. This is a plus factor. So it means if there is no aggressive rate hike, that means the speculative investors will that position will be attracting speculative investors to risky investment. That is a plus factor for looking in the sentiment side. But we have a number of factors negatively impacting on the market sentiment. First of all, strong dollar, high interest rates, and uncertainty factor. Uncertainty in the sense uncertainty arising from the Ukraine war. So these things, strong dollar, high interest rate, and the uncertainty factors will keep speculative investors away from risky asset classes. So that means there is certain factor dissuading speculative investors in rubber future. So that is one negative factor. Another negative factor. But at the same time, easing of China lockdown can have a positive sentiment in the market. So we have a mix of factors influence in the market sentiment, both negative and positive. But more dominant factor will be the concern over global economic recession. So with these points in mind, let us see what we can expect next week in the coming week. So what could be the price trend during this week? During this week, sentiment in global natural rubber market is likely to be overshadowed or dominated by the Ukraine war and its global economic repercussions. So that will be the more dominant factor. And according to, as I mentioned earlier, the global economy is facing its worst crisis since Second World War. So the resultant weak, the demand prospects will prevent the market from making major recovery during this week. We are not anticipating a major recovery because of the dominant negative influence of the Ukraine war and its global economic repercussion. So it means the damage to the global economy is much wider, much deeper. So that means it is coming out only. But prices can make marginal recovery in spite of the above negative factor. Prices can make marginal recovery, not major, marginal recovery in the coming week. There are three factors supporting such a view. One, easing of COVID curves in China, that will be having a marginal positive impact on the prices, especially in the Shanghai markets. And rain-induced tapping harvesting disruption, especially in Thailand, which is representing 35% of the global supply. So that will be giving some positive supply in the physical market, especially in Thailand. And Thailand is very important for the global NR markets. And also high petroleum prices. High petroleum prices means synthetic rubber will be more expensive, and that can one thing that will be attracting, that will be making a natural rubber more economically more attractive wherever substitution is possible. But at the same time, this will be helping what is called attracting speculative investors in rubber futures, because speculative investors they will speculate on possible substitution from synthetic rubber to natural rubber when oil price goes up. So that means in the coming week, market sentiment will be over dominated by the Ukraine war and the resultant negative economic repercussions. But prices can make marginal recovery held by the three factors I pointed out. So that's all about the market outlook for the coming week. We will see again next week at the same time. Thank you very much.
That's about the natural rubber market outlook. I'd like to introduce you that Mr. Jom Jacob is offering a master class on natural rubber economics on the 15th June. Anybody interested, you can register for it. And also, as you know, Technoviz, in collaboration with Mr. Jom Jacob, organizing a monthly program focusing on the natural rubber. industries Benelux region called NR Dialogue. Our next episode on the 27th June, episode number 6, which will be part of the Rubber Industry News Hour on Mondays. Okay, and we'll have a natural rubber industry in Thailand. Our guest for the NR Dialogue on 27th is Mr. Supadej Omsakul. He is a Deputy Secretary General of Thai Rubber Association. He is also Executive Secretary for the International Rubber Association. If anybody interested, you can register. This is is going to be part of the Rubber Industry News Hour on the 27th of June. So let me, before going to the next episode, session, let me introduce to you some of the upcoming events, rubber industry upcoming events. First, I'll introduce to you all, there is an event happening in a Rubber Expo in Malaysia, International Rubber Industry Convention and Expo, IRICE, during 6 to 8 September in Kuala Lumpur at the KLCC Convention Center. Let's have a look at the short presentation on the this event. So welcome you all to visit and participate in the Rubber Expo in Malaysia, IRICE, during 6 to 8 September. This expo is organized by the Malaysian Rubber Products Manufacturer Association, MRPMA. So please check our the website, irice.com.my. So other event I've introduced to you all to participate is IRC 2022, which will be held on the 24th to 26th November in Bangalore, organized by the Indian Rubber Institute. So please visit and participate, and you can check the details about the event, irc2022.com. They have an exhibition, conference, and workshops. This is our Technobiz exhibitions. As I mentioned to you, which we are having these expos in next year, one in Bangkok, another in Sharjah in UAE. I'd like to quickly introduce about our master classes of Technobiz, online master classes. We have released a schedule, so have a look at this. We have a rubber compounding, science and technology. It is a 10-day program with 20 modules by Professor Robert Suster. The schedules are here. We have a tire extrusion principles and practice by Dr. Gerard Nyman. It's a 1-day program. We have a rubber mixing plant, design and layout, which is a 2-day program at the 10 modules by Mr. Bruno Milanese. We have EPDM rubber technology and applications. It's a 2-day program with 10 modules by Eric Jordan. And we have a thermoplastic vulcanizers or TPV technology. It's a 8 modules, 1-day program by Eric Jordan. And we have a tire compounding program, which is a 46 modules with an 8-day program. So we have various experts participating and contributing this session. We have rubber compounding for non-tire products with a 10-day session with 55 hours, 47 modules. We have a latex technology, 13 modules, 4-day program, and a compression rubber molding, which is a 2-day program and 8 modules by Mr. Terry Chapin. Okay, that's about it. Okay. So we're going to the next part of this today's episode. PGDIRI and DIRI Gold Medalist 2022 by Indian Rubber Institute. As you may know, Indian Rubber Institute is one of the prestigious society in India for the rubber technologists, and they are offering a PG diploma program and the diploma program, and they just have the finished their exams, and we have the finalist, a gold medalist for 2022. We have the two medals, gold medalists, one for the PGDIRI, one for the DIRI. First one is a Dr. D. Banerjee Gold Medal, and it's Dhirubhai M. Shah Gold Medal for the DIRI. See, Indian Rubber Institute, this program, PG Diploma program, organized by them, hosted by them, but examination control is Rubber Technology Center, IIT Kharagpur. But this program belongs to the IRI, Indian Rubber Institute. So we have 2 gold medals for the persons who excelled in this diploma and the PG diploma program. First, I'd like to introduce you before we go into the who are the winners. Dr. D. Banerjee, on his name, we have the Dr. D. Banerjee Gold Medalist. I think most of you know who is Dr. D. Banerjee. We call him the father of Indian rubber industry. And he established or founded this Indian Rubber Institute and contribute development of the rubber industry professionals in India. And we have a Mr. Dhirubhai M. Shah. On his name also we have the Dhirubhai M. Shah Gold Medal. Mr. Dhirubhai Shah, he established the Jai Hind Rubber Products in 1943, and he was the leading industrialist of at the time, his time, and also played active role in the development of Indian rubber industry by being part of the Indian Rubber Industries Association at the time, called the AIRIA. Okay, and also he was a part of this IRMRA also, with the establishment and the memorandum articles of the association of IRMRA also. So we have gold medals on their name for their contribution to the Indian rubber industry. I'm pleased to inform who is our, the winner, introduced to you all. First, the Dr. D. Banerjee Gold Medal is Miss Mimamsha Jha. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the participants who participate in this PGDRI program, DRI program. Everybody did well. It's good for you, and if you are doing this program, it means you are really interested to develop your career, professional skills. This IRI is program PGDIRI and DIRI will be very helpful. So we have gold medalist with us today, Miss Mimamsha Jha. Mimamsha, please come forward. Let me congratulate you first. Hi there.
Hi.
Congratulations to you for your success at the, for the PGDRI program at IRI. How you feel?
Oh, I feel great. It's a good achievement, I think.
Fantastic. You see, the gold medal is in the name of Dr. D. Banerjee. Okay, we call the father of Indian rubber industry and one of well-known and well-respected rubber technologists in India. So it's a precious one, I believe. I'm sure you keep it forever, and I believe it's one of the stepping stones for you to, for your career development. Okay. Yeah. Again, congratulations. Yeah, it's a good one.
Thank you.
So I understand that you did your education BTech in chemical engineering, and currently you are working for the Ralson India in the R&D department as a technical officer. For how long you're working there?
For 2 years now.
2 years. Are you enjoying the work? Are you enjoying your work? Yeah. It looks like your signal is gone. Can you hear me, Mamsha? Can you hear me?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Okay, it looks like you lost. Yeah, okay. Are you enjoying your work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Something to learn every day.
Okay. So why do you decide to do this PGDIRI? Is it because your boss asked you to do it, or you really, personal as a professional development?
Well, as you know, my background is chemical engineering. So in college, like we don't really learn about polymers in details. So now, like I'm working in a tire industry, so it's important for me to know along with the work, it's important to know have a theoretical background about each and everything in detail. So I think PGDRI was a good way to do that, and of course my company has been really supportive. They gave us this opportunity to enroll for this program. So I think we got to learn a lot of things
Good,
in depth.
very nice. So is it, how did you manage? You had to work as well, or also be part of this program? Is it challenging?
Yeah, well, it is challenging, balancing work life, and we used to have classes like all Sunday from 9 to 5. So like our Sunday was utilized doing the classes, and then I was working on weekdays. But I used to study a little bit at work also. So like the management is like really supportive. We got to a positive point is we do get the plant exposure as well. So you can always relate what you're studying with your practical experience.
Okay, good, good. So if somebody wanted to, join this PGDIRA program, what do you say?
Oh, I think it is a very good chance to learn about polymer and rubber, especially if they belong, like they are working in a polymer industry. And like I had no knowledge about polymer in the beginning, but I think it is a really good program because the classes are taken by the professors, and they are they're expert in their field. So you get to know about everything in detail, starting from compounding to every ingredient and process manufacturing. So it is a great way to gain knowledge.
Oh, super. So whoever is still thinking about doing PGDI, I think you encourage them to do the PGDRI to excel in their work as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great chance to gain knowledge. And it's not only about just scoring good in the exam. I think the classes you attend and the notes you get, so it's like it will be forever helpful for you throughout your life.
Okay. So once again, congratulations, Mimamsha. You did fantastic. You joined my programs in the past, also Technobiz programs, and I really see that you are a gold medalist of Dr. D. Banerjee. Gold medal is yours now. I'm sure that the IRI people will be in touch with you, and it'll be honor for you probably on the IRC in Bangalore. Is it right? Yeah. So,
yeah, right. Thank you so much.
okay, keep doing good work. Okay, we'll catch up again. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Mimamsha. And once again, congratulations to Mimamsha for her excellent work for the in the PGDRI program, and she is the gold medalist, Dr. D. Banerjee gold medalist for the 2022. We have a DIRA program. This is a diploma program by Mr. Dhirubhai M. Shah, on his name. As I mentioned to you about Mr. Dhirubhai is also well recognized rubber industrialist, and on his name, have gold medal, and this goes to Mr. Hema Ram, and he currently works for the Balakrishna Tires as a quality assurance officer. Mr. Hema Ram, please come on board. Congratulations. Hi there. Congratulations, Hema Ram. Excellent work. How you're feeling now? Yes, I did it.
Yes, sir. I am feeling very happy and energetic. I am after getting this medal. Also, after getting this medal, I feel very motivated. Motivated, actually.
It's very nice. Very nice. I'd like to inform you that the family of Mr. Dhirubhai Shah, Jai Hind Rubber Products, convey the congratulations message to you as well for winning this gold medal. Okay, so again, on behalf of their family members, congratulations to you. Yeah, and particularly Mr. Ketan Shah, I've been in touch with him, and he asked me to convey this message to you as well. Yeah, so.
Oh, thank you for this.
Nice. So, why? You were working in BKT Tires, doing why you wanted to continue. So, what makes you to do the DIRI program?
Actually, I want to lot of thanks to give me opportunity for this technology event. As you know, my basic education qualification is diploma in mechanical engineering, and in 2016 I joined a rubber industry. So in rubber industry, after joining BKT, I learned a lot of things by viewing practical, and my senior also train me on the practical basis what we are seeing day-to-day life in industry. But I want to know what is science and what is theoretical knowledge, what is theoretical chemistry is working behind each and every process. So for this process, I came across IRI, and I know about there is a course DIRI. So this thing share to my boss, and he and my organization is definitely support me and sponsored total number of 15 candidates to join this course.
Very nice.
So I want to enhance my knowledge, personal knowledge actually. I enrolled in this course.
Fantastic. So how did you manage your work? You had to work as well as also doing the studies. How did you manage your work and as well as this education program?
Yeah, for answer this question, I want to share one thing, that the syllabus of whole IRI is basically designed based on what industry people wants.
That's nice. Yeah.
It is totally industry specific and designed by experienced faculties who are working so many years. So some faculties are 40+ have experience. So what they are faced during his work time in your own industry problems, they have mentioned in that syllabus of IRI. So it is not a difficult task for me, because what I am learning on Sunday, I find this in my plant. And also we can easily correlate with our work, what we are facing day-to-day problems. The same problem we are learning in Sunday, and we are solving the problem on every week. So for regular study, I just save 2 hours or 1 hour every day for DIRI, and finally I get the gold medal, as you know.
Super. Good work, man. I'm really proud of you that you're working hard at the same time also improving your skills by participating in the DIRI. I think it's
I just want to say that during this preparation, I also taken help from Technoviz channel, where you are uploading a video every week. I really want to thank you. That is very useful for me.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, you made my day today, man. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Would you like to give a message to all the instructors? I think they are the ones who really, contributed for you to do well in your DIRI. I think there are many instructors for these programs, right? Particularly from industry. Yeah. So, would you like to say any words to them? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, IRI peoples are very helpful to each and every student. They also create a WhatsApp group and they answering all questions at any time. When you ask after 5 minutes, you will get answer of any doubts, any numerical solutions, what you have faced problem. You can call them, and that's is we don't feel that we are a student and they are a teacher. We feel just we are friend and we are getting knowledge from them. So this is especially thanks to Dr. Samar Bandyopadhyay and Mr. Sambulal Agarwal, etc. is very helpful to all students.
Super. It's a good to have a good faculty. Also, the success of any program depends on also one of the not only students' interest to learn, but also the instructor dedication and willingness to help. I think that is one of the key for you also, I believe, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what if somebody is thinking, yeah, I should do DIR or not, what is the message that you want to give it to the guys who are still thinking about doing the DIR?
Yeah, actually, I think that people who are from engineering background and if they want to join DIRI, it is really very good course because not only for tire, the course is include all non-tire product like conveyor belts, seals, hoses, and uh, gloves product like latex product and bladder and tire tubes. So this course is whole industry specific course and very good course. You will after completing this course, you can join each and every industries with allied with rubber. Means the rubber and allied industry, you will get all knowledge about the rubber industry. So I want to say all students and all freshers who don't have knowledge about rubber, they must join this course because this course is very helpful. And I want to say just one thing that after pandemic, this course was conducted online and classes are organized on every Sunday, so you can easily join because the Sunday is no work, so you can enjoy your course on Sunday, and at your home you will get all benefits of this course instead of going in any institute or all.
It's true, it's true.
Yes.
Once again, Hemaram, congratulations to you and being the winner of the Dhirubhai M. Shah Gold Medal. Please do remember, Dhirubhai M. Shah is well
Yes,
respected
yes.
rubber industrialist on his name. I'm sure that you treasure this gold medal for rest of your life, and also encourage your colleagues or younger generation, whatever the learnings you learn, you pass on to them, at the same time also being a part of the IRI. Yeah, thanks once again. Okay,
Thank you.
for being
Thank
part
you.
of this
Thank you,
program.
Peram.
Yeah,
Thanks a
yeah,
lot of them. Yeah.
cool. All the best, and keep doing good work, man. Okay, keep doing good
Okay.
work. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
bye bye. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much,
Bye
guys.
bye.
That's the the session on the IRI's PGDIRI and DIRI. The gold medalist 2022. As you see, we have Miss Mimam Shah and Hemaram. They won the gold medal for their programs. Wish them success, continuous success. At the same time, we congratulate all the participants who have successfully completed the PGDIRI and as well as the DIRI. Please do well in your work. Okay. Okay, let's move to our next session, which is the PhD in Rubber Technology at IIT Kharagpur, India. Conversation with Dr. Aswati TR. I want to give you some rationale behind before we start the program. A lot of research, when you do somebody doing a PhD, means they're dedicated to doing research. Research is a backbone for everyone's life. If people don't do research, we don't get innovative products, we don't solve our problems. So whoever is doing PhD, we need to salute them because their work is very important, whether they do the fundamental research or applied research. But their contribution is very important for the sustainability of the whole economy as well as the environment or our own lives. So Dr. Ashwati did her PhD at IIT Kharagpur in rubber technology, and she recently finished it. and she completed PhD. I wanted to have her story and how she started, what kind of experience she got. It's not about the subject what she did. It's more about the way she finished, the way she been through all the experiences in the IIT Kharagpur in doing the PhD in rubber technology. So let's welcome Dr. Ashwathi to have a conversation together with me and to discuss about how's the life being as a PhD student. How did she complete it in time, and also what are our learnings from her. Okay, let's welcome Dr. Ashwathi. Hi, Ashwathi. No. Dr. Ashwathi. Welcome to the special program, My PhD in Rubber Technology at IIT Kharagpur. So how do you feel? Now, I think I talked to you a couple of months ago, probably last year, as a Miss Ashwathi. Now you are Dr. Ashwathi. How are you feeling now?
First of all, thank you, Param, for giving this opportunity. And I'm feeling like I'm happy now because this is my 4 years work. So now I am having my thesis on my hand. I'm very, very happy now.
So the weight is gone. Right?
Weight is gone. The weight overheard and my heart is somewhat gone.
Nice. So I think I know it's very, doing a PhD is not an easy task. It's, you really need to commit for 4 years or 5 years. Some people take much longer. Yeah. So it's a really hard task. A lot of people think it's just an education, but it's not. It's really, really hard work. Yeah. Is it right? Yeah.
Yes. That's very true. That's very true.
So
we have to work a lot of time, as well as we have to study and we have to write papers. A lot of things are going together, so it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, it's true, pretty true. I mean, I've been in touch with a lot of PhDs, but I didn't do any PhD. But I wish, it's too late to do any PhD now. But I enjoyed conversation with you today, and to learn about how you did your PhD, how you completed your PhD. And so that the new people coming in, or currently the people are in the first year or in doing the early research, they get a clear idea, how your journey was, for 4+ years or 4 years now. Yeah.
Okay.
Ashwathi, first I will address one point.
Okay.
What is PhD means now for you?
PhD means my good time of my life is given to my PhD. So I think it's everything for me now. I am from 24 to 28, that year we almost do everything during that time. So I give it that to my PhD period. So it's everything for me now, because my life is now connected to my PhD. My work, if I'm doing something like postdoc or my job, that will connect it to my PhD work, or how I perform doing my PhD. So it's like my career point or turning point of my life, I have to say.
So it means everything for you now. Yeah. So I think you laid the foundation for your rest of your career, or and I think it's a total, yeah, as you said, a turning point. Yeah, and a stepping stone and big step.
Yes.
Big step.
One of the milestone and by one big step for my life.
Super. I'm really happy, because you are the first one who did a research webinar for me. When I asked Kinsuk, you were the first researcher who made a presentation for my research webinar, and also you are the first one who, when I decided to do this program, who finished the PhD, and you are the first one. I'm really glad that it's doing this session
That
today.
presentation also was very nice, because I got so many feedback, and the people from all over, world connected me through email or something, and they were asking questions, and I was reading papers, whatever they are sending, so it made me happy also.
Super,
Thank you
super.
for that also.
Yes, I'm glad. I'm really glad that it puts you to do more work to learn.
Yeah. They were giving me suggestions and all. It made me happy.
That's good. That's good.
Mm.
And I think so. Let's get you did your masters in
Yes.
CUSAT, Cochin University of Science and Technology.
Yeah.
Probably your master's degree. Then why did you decide, yeah, I got to do the PhD? Is it a family reason, or is it your intention to continue your studies?
I always wanted to do PhD, but right after my MTech, I got a job. Like in Coimbatore, Alapura, I got a job. So, as everyone, I also went for the job. But my colleagues were there in IIT Kharagpur, so they were sending me like any job position opening or something. They were sending me. So I saw this like project, CH project, which is sponsored by CL Limited. So I thought, it is a very good opportunity because I always wanted to work with some tire industry, because whenever we are talking about rubber, the first example which will come to our mind is tire. So I also wanted to, work with some tire industry. So when I see this opening, like C8 project research fellow, I thought, yeah, this is a good thing. I have to apply for this. So I applied, and they called me for the interview. I was not sure because it is IIT, and I thought I won't get in because it is very difficult. Everyone know that. But the interview was very nice. I performed well, I think, and they called me. I got the opportunity. So I asked my father, like, can I go there? Because it is very difficult. I'm from Kerala. I have to move to West Bengal. And I was 23 or something. So they were like, no, you can't go. So I said, it is IIT. I have to go. So they, after like 2-3 days, they said, okay, you go, you study there, you do whatever you want. So I went there, and after 6 months, then only I joined for PhD. First, I started as a project fellow,
Oh, okay. You
junior
joined
research
this.
fellow.
Mm,
Yes, in C8 project. So that is what, give me that, because I want to work with this tire industry. That was my dream. One of, so when I saw this C8 tag, I said I have to apply for it and I have to go. That's how
super.
I entered it at IIT.
So you end up for the next 4 years stuck in there in
Yeah,
IIT
yes,
Kharagpur, yeah?
yes.
Then,
Mhm.
so you have a knowledge of Hindi before you go to the IIT Kharagpur?
Yes, I know a little bit because in Kerala we used to study Hindi in the school, and we used to watch a lot of Hindi movies and all those things. So I have and I stayed at Pune for 6 months during my BTech. So I have some experience there also. So Hindi was okay for me. I can communicate that.
Okay, so it was not that difficult for you. Just
No,
only the thing is
language
that
was not a barrier. Language was not a barrier.
only the parents have a little bit reluctant in the beginning, but you made them,
Yeah,
convince you.
because it was a great opportunity. And when my father and mother was talking to someone else, they will say, "Oh, your daughter got into IIT. You have to send her." So
You'll
they
be
came to
proud
know.
about it.
Yeah, they came to know it's a big thing, not a small thing. So they made me go at the end.
I know it's how difficult it is to get an IIT, even you call IIT-G, right? For the BTech, which I tried. I did not get, I failed, I can say, and my parents want me to do try again, because that is like a social you get some kind of high level. People look at, if you study in IIT, you are one of the
Yeah,
cream members,
IIT
right?
is IIT. Nothing can
Yeah,
compare to it.
that's right. That's right. But no disrespect to others. There also you
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
great facilities of course, the branding is there, and I do have a lot of other universities are equally competent, equally offer the good facilities and good research opportunity. Yeah. Um, so so you went to the as a research fellow, and you worked for 6 months, and then you were okay. So in that first, as junior research fellow, you worked with the Professor Kinsuk Naskar.
Yes, same professor.
Okay, so that's how you get into continue doing the PhD.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, and so how was your stay first few 6 months? You were settled down, you got on dormitories, or for the ladies, you being alone, or you had to stay accommodation with any of your fellow colleague?
Yes, yes. For the first time, it was kind of sharing room. And then after like 1.5 years only I got my single room. But in the beginning it will be very difficult for us, like you are in a new place and everything is so new to you. So that time sharing is kind of good, I have to say that. Having someone near to you, you can talk to them. If you have some difficulty, they will understand. Okay, she is not in a good mood, she need help, they will understand. So at the first, I thought, I'm this much old, I have to share a room with someone else. That's not, cool. Then, after having some experience, I thought, okay, that's good having someone near to you in this kind of situation, because the food is different, the people are different, the way they are talking to you is different. So it is very difficult at the beginning. So having someone is very good at the beginning. So
yeah, and how long it took for you to adjust yourself? 1 month or
yeah, 1-2 months, because I had so many colleagues, from my CUSAT friends there. They were doing either MTech or PhD, my seniors or someone like Malayalis. I have to say that Malayalis were there. So I felt somewhat home, like when I'm talking to them in Malayalam, or they are making me some food, Kerala food. Okay, it's good. It's good. I am having a little bit of my home over here, so I was okay with that.
So your roommate was from Kerala or some
Kerala
other?
only.
Okay,
No, Kerala.
Okay,
It was very good for me.
so it made life easier. Right? So, yeah.
Yes. Very, in a big way, it made my life easier.
Super. And so how was the stay? The facilities for the ladies, hostel facilities are good. Dorms, you call them dorms, right? In the dormitories, or what you
Yeah. No, it was like a flat only, like one room, one kitchen, one bathroom, 1 BHK like kind of thing. We have to share the rooms. That's it. And so the kitchen was there. It was very good. If we want to cook something, we can cook and eat. So that is not available in other hostels, I heard, because cooking is not an option in some other hostels. But in IIT, I think everywhere that cooking option is there, because so many people are from different places they are coming, so they can't adjust to that hostel food or the food available in IIT hotels, and also we have to cook somehow, we have to get that taste. So they are giving this cooking facility in every hostel, so that is one of the best things they are doing.
Oh, that's nice. So that everybody in the lunchtime, a lot of smells around, all kinds of
That's good. But during weekdays, no one can, because everyone is so busy. But weekends, maybe like in Sunday and Saturday, they can cook and eat whatever they want. That's a good thing. And everything is so nice, because we have securities all over the places, and everything is safe. And it's in Kerala, especially in Kerala, I haven't been in outside my home after 7 in the night or something. But what is called nightlife, I enjoyed at IIT, because we will feel that safe. It's very safe inside that IIT campus.
Campus, yeah.
Very,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, all are the professionals, right?
Yeah,
Everybody, the
everyone
faculty.
on their world, because they were thinking about their research work or something. They are reading the technical paper. They won't like mind what you are doing. So it's very nice.
I think another what you call the intellectual people city, only.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, very nice.
all the professors and the families and their, the MTech, BTech, and PhDs or postdocs, you name it. So it's an intellectual city, or with the brains.
With
Right?
brains, yeah, you
With
can
brains.
see that when you are in IIT, all are the people with brain. When you are sitting in a hostel, we will think, yeah, these all are like, like the people with brain. Why I'm here like that? We will think. Sometimes we will have that talk, and we used to share these comments with our friends, like why we are here. They all are these good people, and why we are here. Like we used to talk like that.
So, interesting. And so when you decided to move to the PhD, your work as a research project, do you need to do the coursework? I think you have a coursework for 1 year,
Yes,
is it
yes,
right?
of
What
course.
it's like? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very good experience, because the professors in IIT is very, they are brilliant, they are awesome. The teaching, the way of their teaching. So that is an opportunity for everyone. Like PhD, we thought, we have that opportunity to learn something from them, uh, because after PhD there is an profession like teaching. We can go to teaching,
Yeah.
so we can learn a lot of things from them, like how they are teaching, how they are very good at their profession. So we can learn so many things from them. And like in coursework, it will be a bit difficult. Like for 6 months we have to do this coursework as well as our work, so the balancing is very important, because most of our time we will be sitting in a class and we will be learning something. So but at the same time we have to read the literatures and we have to start our work. So that balancing is very important, because most of the people will do only coursework during that time, don't invest so many time in their work. But that is important, because we have to read that time. Literatures are very important, so we have to read, and we have to balance that coursework time. That is the best idea.
So 6 months coursework only, or 6 months, or 1 year?
Like that is like points, like 20 points and 30 points. Like for MTech, because I did MTech, I have to only get 20 points, I think. But if you are MSc, BSc, MSc, then you have to get more points. So it may take 1 year, for getting all those
Okay.
points.
So it depends on your pre-degree before
Pre-degree,
PhD,
yes.
1 year. So if you're MTech or MSc, so that they make sure that you have a sufficient knowledge before you go into
Yeah.
the research, So
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So do you get a stipend to study in that
Yes,
to do
yes,
the
yes,
PhD?
yeah. It will start right after you join for PhD.
Okay.
Like
How much you
after
got?
1 month, you will get fellowship.
And may I know how much you get as a stipend? Is it keep
Like
on increasing it? Yeah.
what? I didn't hear you.
It will keep on increasing year by year, or it is a fixed
No,
for
no, no.
whole?
After the first 2 years, we will get I got first there was a 25 and 28,000. Then it got improved to 31 to 35. Okay. So first 2 years we will get 31,000. Then after that it will increase into 35. It's like that.
I'd say it's more than sufficient to have your expenses taken care of. Is it right?
Yes, yes. That's more than sufficient, because after MTech we will get a job that is like paying up to 35 to 40. But if you are getting a degree and you are getting money, that's good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So you started your research after 6 months of coursework? Is it right?
No, I said
Okay,
to you,
you
like
are in the, you said
I
research
was in
fellow.
project. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I started my work during that time. So 6 months I got this time for literatures and starting my work. Then only my coursework started. So, but that was very helpful for me. So during my coursework also I can do the experiments because I already done this literatures, and also I did the experiments in between my classes. So it was like time saving for me.
So how long your experiment time? How many years or months you for your thesis,
Like
for your
uh,
PhD here?
like I did experiments like for 2 years, like the first year and the second year. First year 6 months I did literatures, and right after I started my experiments. Then in between this COVID lockdown and all those came. So that time, because that time people used to do third year and fourth year, they will write and they will give more importance to writing as well as doing experiment. But we got this lockdown thing, so I got my complete time to this writing, so I published papers during that time. So
Yeah. And so
uh,
did you experience, so you are like around 2 years time your experiments, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
experiments.
And did you ever feel, hey man, this research is getting difficult, or doing research is getting difficult for you? Did you expect the results? Did you get results as you expected, or you sometimes you felt, yeah, I'm taking too much time. Oh, it's not, you know, it's not the way I wanted, but it's, did you find any difficulty in doing research
Like
experiments?
mine was like project, so they are having like uh, what they are getting is 60% and they wanted it to improve up to 75%. So the goal was already settled. I have to achieve that. So first 2 3 experiments I was doing this and I was testing and I was getting not up to the mark. Okay, so I got really what I was very worried about is like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I am
Uh,
doing everything, as everyone is doing. I am mixing it, I am testing it. So, that made it very difficult. I can't, professor is giving my advices, but he can't come to my lab and work with me. Okay, how to do
right.
it with everyone. That is not possible. So, that was very difficult. Then I have to read literatures, what I'm doing wrong. So that was in the beginning it was difficult. Then I got how I have to do the experiments. I have to write it down and I have to do every step by step, everything I got. After 6 months you will get how to work it. You
Okay.
will sort it out.
You'll find a way. You'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning, maybe little confusion, not sure where went wrong. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
do you have a chance to work with the senior researchers, and probably some of them are, they have a discussions
Yes.
as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we can. Ours in my professor, under my professor, there will be few students, right? So we can ask them like, how you are doing this, how I have to do this, during experiments. And the characterization, they will help a lot because after we are preparing the sample, we have to
Yeah.
characterize it using different machines and everything. So they will help that time, what you have to do, how to prepare the samples, that they will help a lot. And it is very required. And we can go, if they don't have time when they are doing their experiment, we can go and assist them. That is the best way to learn how to do the things for yourself. So and my seniors let me do that because whenever they are going for scanning electron microscopy or atomic force microscopy, I used to go with them. So when they are doing, I can watch and learn how they are doing it and how can make it useful for my study. So that is one thing, you have to always follow your colleagues for first 2 3 months, what they are doing, how they are doing, how to learn everything.
And it's also you kind of work as a team to help each other. Okay,
Yes,
and
yes.
as a junior, you of course you must give some any assistance they need. Sometimes they need in doing
Yeah,
sampling
yeah.
or doing sitting at the
Yes, yes.
instrument waiting for the results. Kind of thing. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also thesis writing, when you are joining, there will be 2 or 3% writing their thesis. So you can help them editing and,
Yeah.
finding the mistakes. By that,
Right.
doing that, you can learn how to write a thesis, in the
Yes.
beginning itself. So that is very good. I have a few opportunities to correct my thesis, senior's thesis. So it helped me a lot at the end. I learned when I got this job at the beginning, I thought, why they are giving me this job? I am a newbie. Why they are doing this to me? But at the end, while I am writing my thesis, then only I came to know, how it
Yeah.
helped me. So
Yeah.
it is a experience. It's very nice.
It's very nice because usually when suppose you write something, if you give it to your colleague to read through it, it's a totally different eyes and different mind.
Yes, yes.
So they will
They
give
can
you
find more
guidance.
mistakes, more
Yeah,
than us. Yeah.
I think that's really a big help, for everyone, both sides. They also get your perspective, so you correct English or correct even the interpretation of the data, how so that's nice. So you had a fun and also the same time hard work, I guess.
Yes, I had a lot of fun as well as in the beginning when you are getting this thesis, you will be a lot of into your work that time. Like so, from morning to evening, I will be working on my work, like my experiments, my coursework, and my literatures. I do that in my night time, so it was very difficult for me. Like I have to work overtime for this, but I enjoyed it. I find it is my best time to write thesis and it is writing papers. At the night I can work more. I came
Yep.
to, I realized it. It became a plus point for me at the
Mm,
end.
mm.
So
And
that
so
is really
when you do the experiments, do you need to work late hours?
Yeah,
Or
sometimes because it will be some procedures are like 3 to 4 hours and all those things, and we have to give maturing time and all those things. So sometimes it will go up to like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something like that. So you can either program your work according to your work time like 9 to 5 or something. If you are okay to work at the night, you can do like that. It is up to you. No one is forcing you. No one will
so
force
and then you have access to the laboratories at any
you.
time.
Yes. There will
Okay.
be people always around. Like some people are only work at night. Some people only work at morning. So there, the lab will be open, 24/7. So if you want to go, you can go. That's it.
So, you have done experiments for more than 2 years. And what is your favorite instrument of rubber testing? Or
Yeah.
which one you really like the most or utilize it the best for your work?
Like I did a lot of mixing during my experiment because I was working in rubber and working for inner liners and all those things. So I had to do a lot of mixing. So I was using an internal mixer for my research work. So first there was an assistant who used to do my mixing and all those things. So and after 2-3 months he let me do that, and I used to do mixing for my, juniors and all. So I became very, used to that mixing. I know how to use it, how to control the temperature. There will be some drawbacks because, continuous using and all that. So I know how to, use it without any, problem and all those. I became a pro in this internal mixer. So
Wow.
I think I like my internal mixer more in my lab, I think.
Okay. And how about other instruments you use for the, characterization, or what else you have used?
We are having like basic rubber instrument all in our lab, and we are having central research facility there where we used to do this microscopic analysis and all those things. So for there we only have to prepare sample. There will be like the people who will be doing these experiments and all those things. So mostly because my experiment was with nano composite, I have to use this microscopic analysis more compared to other instruments in my laboratory. So I will be doing, that instruments more compared to whatever in my lab.
But did you get a chance to work with all the rubber testing instruments?
Yes. There will be, demonstrations of the work, and you can learn on the instruments if you want. No one will stop you. Like, if you want, you can go there and learn. There will be some lab technicians or someone you can ask them. You can learn that. So I think I used rheometers and all those things I've studied, during my time in IIT.
Mhm. I think this because when you do the PhD, what one advantage I see, I understand is that people become more professional, more skilled in handling the rubber testing, all kinds of rubber testing equipment.
Instruments,
Particularly
yeah.
university you have all kinds of instruments. Factory maybe they have limited, but university everybody has to do various research and funded by different organizations, right? So that is,
Yes,
I think that is one of the advantage when you're doing a PhD. You may call it you pro on the rubber mixer or internal mixer, but you also have a very good and skilled in other instruments, other facilities.
yes.
Yeah. So,
Testing is very, very important after, preparing, and preparing sample for it also very, very important. That
right,
is,
right.
yeah. That's
Mm,
preparation of samples is one of the most important thing. How that will, rely on how you will get your results. So that is very, very important, I think.
And I think the laboratory supervisors, or you may call them technicians, I think they got really hands-off knowledge, right? So
Yes. They
because
are very good at what they are doing.
right,
I have to say they are handling, like, we are having 50 plus students in our lab. So
yeah,
they are handling all their samples and they are testing all their, so they have, when they are seeing the results, they know it is good or bad, by their
yeah,
experience already. Yeah, that's very
yeah,
good. And
yeah.
they are also giving their input, their thoughts about our work and all those things. So that's very good. They are very supporting also, in during our light lab work or painting work or something. They will help us a lot. So that's very good.
I would say this along with your professor or the project leader and thing, but the lab technicians or supervisors play key role in completion of your research work. If they are not
Yes.
there, if they are not supportive, you'll be in big trouble, right?
Yes.
And not only manage how to work on instruments, but also because they've been working on various projects. They, as you mentioned, rightly mentioned, you get a lot of input on the how to do your research better, or some suggestions along with your professor. So.
Yes. That's very nice.
Yeah. And how many lab supervisors you guys have at IIT Kharagpur?
Like, we have up to 5, I think. I think five or 6 like that. That are there.
And usually they've been working there for a very long time, right? Is it
Yeah. They
20
know
years?
instruments more than us. Like, if there is a little bit small complaints and all, they will repair it. Like, they are very good at what they are doing, I have to say.
And you need to be nice to them so that to get
Yeah,
things done in
we
there.
have to. You will
Yeah,
become nice to them, there is no pressure on that. You will become, that's for sure.
yeah. It's not about nice. I think it's more of respecting them, and also taking their input and valuing their ideas. Automatically, the chemistry develops with most
Yes.
of the lab. Yeah. So yeah, super. Okay, and so it's COVID when COVID hit us, right? And we
Yes.
didn't know how long is thing. What was going on at the time? How did at the time, wait, man, whether I'm going to finish my.
Yeah, everyone was like in the same situation, so it little bit lessened my worrying because everyone all over the world is going through the same situation. So it helped me. I have to say, because when I'm thinking I am having trouble, and I used to think about other person. Okay, he's going through the same, so we can come over it. I used to think like that.
You are
But
not you are not alone in the problem.
yeah, that is very helping. That thought itself is very helping. It's like you are not alone. So it was a good thing. And the thing is, during my PhD, I thought, no, if I didn't got access to my lab, that was very difficult, it is all in the lab, PhD completely in the lab. So when I stopped doing that, it was very difficult for me, like, how I am going to move on with my work, how I am going to finish my work, and all those thoughts disturbed me in the first. But my professor, I have to say, he gave me, like, you have to do this. He gave me the next step. Okay, you have to do this tomorrow, you do this tomorrow, you do like that. He gave me the next step, so that helped me a lot. I don't have to worry about the future. I know tomorrow I can do this. Okay, that's fine, I have work for tomorrow. So he helped me with writing. He suggested me how to write papers. Whatever I finished, I made it into paper and I published it. So the paper publishing is one of the important thing during PhD. Whatever you work, you have to get a paper at the end. So that is very important. So
how many papers you published? How many papers you published?
So far I did 4. So
yeah, okay.
In that 4, I think three of my paper published during this COVID lockdown time. So
okay.
I completely given my time to writing during COVID lockdown. So I think I used the lockdown time very fruitfully. So I'm happy.
So let's talk about
Thanks to my professor. He showed me the way how to use your time. Correct.
That is a advantage. That is the purpose. That as an advisor, right? To guide you in the right direction when the situation is difficult, right? So let's talk about your papers. I think, as I understand, that it is very, very important. Every PhD student has to publish some international or peer-reviewed journals. So you said you published 4 papers altogether, right?
Yes.
And for your thesis. And how many journals you submitted first? I think you submit a couple of journals, right? It's not one journal and you expert, yeah. So what kind of journals you submitted? Let's talk about first paper. Okay, and how many journals? What kind of journals you submit your paper to them? Do you submit one paper to the more than one journal, right?
Yes. My first paper, I submitted after 1.5 years of my PhD. Okay. Yeah. So when you got this rejection mail, for the first time, it is like first rejection, during your PhD. That is like, that will make your energy very low. Whatever you are doing is gone. Everything you will feel like that. But there will be so many seniors and colleagues over there. They will, they all went through the same thing. They will, when we are submitting the paper, that time itself they say, you will get a rejection mail, don't worry, be prepared for it. But you will feel, no, that is okay, that's fine, but you have to overcome it. But that's fine, as long as you are getting some reviews or comments on your paper, that is fine. You can work on it, you can make it better, you can resubmit it, and it will get accepted. One day when the paper get better, it will get accepted. I have to say that. Some of my seniors from IIT itself, I can say, they got rejected like up to 15 times, but they are still doing the work. The first time is not a thing, I have to say that. For 1 or 2 times you will get this rejection thing, and you will get used to it,
So the
my
first
first
paper,
paper,
how many times you got rejected? One time or?
only one time, but my fourth paper, it got rejected for more than 10 times because it was a new work, people were not familiar with it. So it will be very difficult to get accepted. We have to say that if you are doing a new work, it will be very difficult to get accepted. The references will not be there. They can't,
Yeah.
compare your work to anything. So they will also have some, they pull back them, to accept your paper. But it will get accepted once they understand what your work is about and all those things. But I said I had experience up to 7 times rejections. It's okay. It's okay. It will make the paper better. You will get comments and reviews about your paper. What you have to do to make the paper, more attractive or more better. So it is good.
So you don't
Rejection
need to
is good.
So you trying to say that rejection is a, you don't need to get discouraged by getting rejected,
No,
but it also you have a chance to improve your paper quality,
and
content, and for the, because that stays in the journal for forever. So you got to make sure that the right content, right paper is
yeah.
published. Yeah. So
That is, you can't make it to 100% perfect, but 98 to 95 or something like that, you can make it up to that if you are getting more rejections.
so the
But
highest
I
number you
have to
got
say
10.
that 1 or 2 times you will get rejected your paper, during your PhD period. So don't feel low, but you will feel sad. I have to say that when you are getting this rejection mail in your hand, you will feel like, okay, whatever I am doing is wrong. My life is gone, but it's okay. Next day you have to come and you have to, if you want, change the paper a little bit, you can submit it, then it will get accepted. No problem. That's
And
it.
for your, just for the benefit of the, the people who are coming to the rubber technology PhD programs, what kind of journals are useful, or what kind of journals they should submit? You know, can you name them, some of them? Or you probably, let's talk about what journals you published.
I published in JAPS, Journal of Applied Polymer Science,
Yeah.
and I also Polymer Advanced Technologies, like that. That is purely depend upon your work. I worked in nanocomposites, so I have to see which journals publish my kind of work. And some people will work on polymer chemistry, so they have to submit on that kind of journal. So that is purely depend upon what work you are doing.
So it's, you talk about the Elsewhere or Springer, so those
And
yeah,
those journals.
those journals, yeah. Is IIT Kharagpur has their internal research journal? Do they have their own journals, IIT Kharagpur?
I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know about the journals. They are having magazines and all. They will, publish the best work or something like that. But I don't know about the journals.
Okay. And so how about, technical people have difficulty in writing good English. I think that's what generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless your parents or you groom them, you're good in literature writing, or so very good in grammar or things like that. So how did you manage, right? At the end of the day, paper published must be good in everything, right? Grammatically,
Yes.
technically, content-wise, up to date, So did you get any help, or you were already the best in writing?
No. I was not the best, but if you are good at English, also the writing is, complete scientific language. So you have to learn it. The first step is you have to read a lot of papers. The first thing is that if you're writing on a subject, like if I'm doing rubber nanocomposite, I have to read like up to 10 papers on my subject. Then you will get an idea how to write the paper. But the next thing is typo mistakes and grammar mistakes will be there. And in IIT, we have this Grammarly account and plagiarism checking account that is free in IIT. Every PhD students will have an account in Grammarly and plagiarism checking. So it helped a lot, you know. We all are not pro in writing good English or you know, good grammar or something. I'm from Malayalam medium, I have to say that. So that is very nice, you know, having this Grammarly and other softwares to help us during this writing and all those things.
So if even what trying to say is that if you're a researcher, if you're not good in English or you wherever the backgrounds you are from, there is nothing to worry to publish a
Yeah,
paper.
nothing to worry. No, after reading 2-3 papers only you will get an idea how to write the papers. Then the other things, English and all things, Google is there, the Grammarly is there, everything is, you know, you are having helps all over around you. So that's not a problem, I think.
And also your colleagues as seniors and juniors read again for you, and so
Yes, they will correct your paper. And the professor also, after finishing your own correction, you can give to your professor. They will check for you and they will give you comments. They will give their feedback. So that is very helping, I think.
Mhm.
No need to worry about writing because, you know, it's an easy job compared to other things.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's talk about your thesis presentation or discussion, right? You're about to final presentation to your. By the way, before we get into that part, you know, every thesis, every PhD student, you have one primary advisor, that's Professor Kinsuk, but they also have a co-advisor. You call them co-advisors, or
That is not necessary. That is not necessary. Not for everyone. For me, only Professor Naskar was there. But
okay.
for some research students, there will be a co-advisor also. But for me, it was not there.
Okay. So, but for your final presentation, there will be an external experts
Yes,
will
yes,
come, and you know,
Professor.
do you get informed who will be there in advance or no?
No. There won't be any information. You will get to know on the defense day only.
On the defense day only. So you don't know what kind of backgrounds they have. Of course, they should have some knowledge of what you're presenting anyway.
Yes,
So
yes.
so the day before you're making a presentation, okay, what
Yes.
was going on in your mind? Okay.
I have to, you know, we will try to make it perfect, like without any mistakes or anything. But mostly tension will be there on your head. We will be tense, like, no, I was making a mess over here because my defense was done over my home. So I was not eating, I was tense. And my mother was, you did 4 years of work, you know better than anyone. So don't be
That's right.
tense. Yeah, what she said is very correct. But you know, when you are at that moment, you know that, you know, it's a bit tension, but you know, once it's over, you know, you will become very happy. So it is not a problem. Yeah, the tension will be there. You have to, because it's your 4 years work, and if you mess it up, it's gone. So that tension will give you some, you know, power to perform well. So I think.
Yeah, and also I think this the purpose external or what whoever the examiners you call them, that they do understand everybody have to go through this, you know, this kind of
Yes.
tension here, because it's about, you know, once your defense is over, you're cleared, and you are going to have a big title next to you, right? Or DR or PhD, you know. So yeah, how long your presentation was? How much time they gave you
It
to make
up
it?
to like 30 to 45 minutes. I took around 40 minutes, I think.
Okay, and how long the Q&A session for you?
Like it is depend upon you know, the how many questions they are. It's open, like there is no time limit for it.
But for your
But
experience, how much time how many questions they asked you?
I think they asked up to 10 to 15 questions.
Okay.
But it was nice. It was not that much difficult as I imagined in my head. It was smooth, I have to say. Little
Okay.
bit.
Probably after the first question, maybe you felt more comfortable, right? You know,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yes,
okay.
yes.
They're not really making my brains out, you know. So Yeah, okay, I
Yeah.
can answer anything, so
But I think during your synopsis, we are having pre-synopsis, before our defense presentation. That time there won't be any external examiner. We only have our professors and DSC members will be there, and they will ask so many questions, during our synopsis. So you will get an idea what they will ask, how they will, go deep into your thesis, which area you have don't have knowledge, you have where you have to work for more. You will get an idea during our synopsis itself. So that is very good. They will find out our mistakes in presentations and all. So what we have to do in defense is you have to make it better than your synopsis. That is it. You have to,
okay. So
that's
it's
it.
altogether how long his session was, like 2 hours for you, or 40 minutes presentation, probably other one final.
Like mine was 1.5 hours, like 40 minutes presentation, and after that the question was there.
Okay. And once they ask the final finishes the question and answer session is over, what were the remarks from them? What kind of remarks
Like
you got from them?
I think it was pretty good. The external examiner was very nice. He said few kind words to me about my presentation and my thesis, because then I had better results compared to the usually used one. So I got good remarks from the external examiner.
And once it's over, oh God, thank God, it's over. Yeah, this is like, yeah.
No, I went out from my room and I became doctor. I said to my mother like that. So she said, okay, now you can eat your food. 2 days you didn't had anything, you can eat now.
Uh, I can understand, that journey, and with after finishing it, yes, everything flied away. It's in the air, flying in the air itself. Yeah. So, well, let's talk about your professor. And you work with the Professor Kinsuk Naskar, like a well recognized, well experienced, internationally recognized. So, how was your experience with Professor Kinsuk in conducting this research?
The first, as everyone, I was also got intimidated by the IIT professor, but he is very nice to me. Like he gave me the time to settle down first. That is very important, to know the place, to know the, what is around there, everything. He helped me a lot. He, helped me with everything. He helped me to find hotels near me where I can get good food and all those things. He helped me like that. He helped me to settle down. Then he, talked to the lab technicians and all to give me advices and give me the experience before, moving on to my work. So he arranged it for me. So I got my hand experience in this mixing and everything before I started my work. So he arranged everything. So he's very like that. He's very comfortable to work with. It's not only me I'm talking about. Everyone, to everyone he is saying like, he will make, comfortable uh, around, situation for us.
And what kind of support do you get in terms of about result? You said that he give you the directions also in terms of step by step
Yes,
on
yes.
doing research. Yeah. So and
The first thing is when he give us freedom to do, if we are having an idea, we can discuss with him and he will give his feedback and he will give what he thought thinking about our idea, and if we can add something to it, he will discuss about everything. Now we have that freedom. We can meet him at any time of the day. He will be there in his office, and it was very helping. Like he will give right idea, how you will do this work, how you can perform it, so it's very nice.
super. Okay. Let's talk about. Did you ever laboratory facility? Did you do any damage to the lab equipment or facilities,
No,
because
no.
we're sitting in the
No,
laboratory.
the instruments are so costly, so we will be
uh,
very careful around
Careful,
them.
right?
Yeah, and as I said, technicians will be always around there, and I think I break 2-3 because that is like okay during the time, and the mostly we used to mess up our samples,
Okay.
there will be some problems with we will spill something to it, something like that, but that is manageable. We have to work hard, that's it, nothing else. That will only affect us, so that's it.
Yeah, so always, if you don't break something, you don't learn, right? But you need to
Yeah,
get
that's
dirty, yeah. So yeah,
true. That's
you have the PhD, you have a MTech students also there. Do they have a BTech
yes,
program on
yes.
the rubber? No,
No,
only the
no,
MTech,
no, no.
only the MTech. Yeah.
Only
Do you have did you get a chance to teach them, or how
no,
is
no,
interaction between MTech and PhD students? Do you
no,
doing any?
there is no teaching, no teaching. I have seen it in QSAT and all that PhD students used to teach us, but that program is not in IIT. But during coursework, we used to attend the classes with them only. So that time they will treat us only as their classmate, no PhD, nothing. We have to write the exam, we have to do the same thing. So that time we will be like classmates, we will go for tea and all together like that, and after that the interaction is we have go like, and during exam we used to go as invigilator, so that time that is another experience with them, that so there is no other interactions. Lab and all they used to do with lab technicians, we are not allowed during that time.
Okay, let's talk about your research. You did
Okay.
a research on the rubber nanocomposites for the air barrier application inner liner. So what did you
Yes,
achieve? What did you achieve, in these 4 years, and this sponsored by CET, right? So
yes, yes.
can you talk about your research work?
Yeah, I developed rubber nanocomposite with various nanofillers for various barrier applications, and because it was year limited project, my main application was tire inner liners, and like now they are producing tires which can be used up to 1 years and 2 years. So the air in inner liner should have the ability to keep the air inside for 1 to 2 years. So we have to improve the air impermeability up to that for the inner liners they are using. So for the what we are using now in the industries, it is having up to 60% of air impermeability. So my goal was to achieve it up to 75%, and in my works, I think I achieved that with various nanofillers and all. The goal was achieved up to 75% of air impermeability.
And did you get the feedback from CET, the sponsor, or
Yeah,
the?
yeah. But the thing is, I was working with graphene, but
Okay.
graphene is one of the miracle material. But the thing is, they can't use it industrially because of its cost for right now. But they said to me like that the research is not for today, it's for tomorrow. So when they are ready with graphene, they can use my method. That's what they said.
Yeah, I think the trends in graphene application been increasing every day by day.
Yeah,
A lot of work is going on. I think a lot of
yeah,
research is going on. A lot of
yeah,
application wise also, industry is also willing to work on
yeah.
that graphenes. Yeah. So okay, so
At the same time, when we are studying about this rubber nanocomposites, and there will be another researchers trying to develop graphene in a more smarter way. So yeah, there will that's positive possibility. We can use our researchers in the future nearby.
So as a part of, because they are the project owners, the CET is sponsoring. So did they be part of their members or part of your presentation?
Yes.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
defense.
I have a mentor over there too during my project time, and we had review meetings in every 3 months, and they will give me their feedback about my work and all those things. So that's
Mm.
how it's.
Okay, so what kind of response? They're very supportive and give you the, is this R&D head is part of the program or what it is?
Yes, R&D head is like vice president is always, connecting with us. Whatever we are doing, we have to send a report to him. I was like, directly contacting him for any, support and all those things. So he was very
So
supportive during my work.
okay, so it's the sponsors also very supportive for your research. Would have
Yeah,
made things
yes.
easier, yeah. So yeah.
And I also got an opportunity to go to see it and work there for 2 weeks during my PhD period. I used their facilities for my testing and all those things. So that was also a good experience, I have to say.
And which plant you work there in Seattle? They have a couple of plants, right? Yeah.
What?
So
I didn't hear
location?
you.
Which location of Seattle?
Gujarat, Vadodara, I went there.
Okay, so you had some time experience with them at the factory
Yes.
itself. Yeah. Okay. And so now your PhD is done. You have developed some solutions on the barrier properties. Okay. And what is the next? What is next, Dr. Ashwati?
I'm looking for both postdoc and jobs. Like I'm applying for right now, so I'm looking for the best opportunity. Right.
And are you planning to stay in India or looking to overseas as well?
Anything is okay for me as far the program is good.
Okay, the whole package is good. Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
I see. Well done. Well, it's really nice, that I'm just thinking what else I should ask you about PhD in rubber technology. And what kind of advice you give it to the people wanted to wanted to let's say, CUSAT master students or MTech students, they wanted to continue their studies in PhD. What advice you give them?
Advice. I have to say first study hard for now because the marks are very important and. I have to say that that urge should be there. If you want to study, some people they don't want to study after MTech or something. But in PhD we have to study continuously. If you have that love for study and all those things, you can sure go for PhD. There won't be any problem. You will learn new things every day. So that is a very good thing. But if you are not that interested in academics or studying, you can go for a job right after you MTech. That's it.
Okay. And do you encourage the lady girls also to do the research more? Yeah.
Yes. I have to say that, but in our IIT itself, the facilities for ladies is not up to the mark because the number of lady students was very less, up to 2014 or 13. But now it is very increased. The number is very much increased. They are even building new hostels for women in IIT. So that is very, one big step for
Positive sign.
women
Positive sign.
empowerment and all those things. Yeah. I think, we used to discuss why they are building it, or we used to analyze that, and we came to know that the number of students increased a lot, women students. So that is a very good thing to hear.
That's nice. That's nice. Good for the country. I think the girls are
Yes.
more dedicated, more concentrate, doing
Yes.
the good work. Okay, so
Yeah.
although yeah. Okay, Ashwati, it's really nice having conversation with you. I think I touched a lot of things. I hope you brought some old memories.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
back to
true.
the year 2014. Sorry, which one? Which year was it started? 2000.
2018.
Okay, 2018. So I took you to the 2018 and reached to the 2022. You are already now the Yeah, Dr. Ashwati, I'm really proud about you, and I see the progress, and I wanted to continue your success. Okay, I wish you the best, and
Thank you.
keep doing good work. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoyed this conversation.
Yes, I enjoyed it very much. Nice talking to you, Pera.
Yeah. Okay. We catch up again. I hope to see you in some other time, other platforms again. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Stay well. Stay well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay. Great. That's the conversation with Dr. Ashwati TR about her experience of doing a PhD in rubber technology at IIT Kharagpur. I'm hoping that you really find it useful, interesting. Okay, this, as you know, this whole session will be available on YouTube at Technobi channel. If you want to review it again, please check it out. And for any additional assistance, if you need some help or information, you know how to reach me. This is my contact information. I believe everybody has my contact information. I see you next episode. Thank you all for joining. Bye bye for now.